Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hodl and Shill. I'm Christopher Columbus, and today is day 29 of our Bitsgap daily follow-along, so we're just going to jump right in here. You can see here we'll start out with our Sunbot profit. It's a total of $81 in profit, which is 6.27%. Our Sunbot value here is $1,187. Our total Sun P&L is negative $111, which is down about 8.56% overall. So one of the things that I thought about last night, I actually thought about starting a video up right when I thought of the idea, but I figured I'd wait until today's update. One of the things that I was thinking about is, so BTC is currently running up right now, and it's based on the fact that people are bullish on the Fed's. I think Janet Yellen made some comment that made people bullish, and today there's supposed to be an announcement about what the U.S. government is doing. I still don't think that changes anything sentiment-wise in the market, especially when you look at the overall picture of where we're at economically. So, with that being said, though, I realized something. I thought to myself, like, this doesn't make sense, right? Like, if you look at our BTC3S, which did really well, right? Let's look at the chart. And you look at what we did here. Look at all those trades, 104 different transactions. I mean, that is awesome. We even followed this. Look at this huge dip that we followed down. And so we did okay. We did all right with it. One of the things that I thought about, though, is the fact that with this many grids, it doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense for it to only be making $2 or $2 on the 3S or 3L. So what I'm gonna do is I am definitely not long on the market on BTC. I do believe that BTC is going to go down. I don't think that this is any kind of run up here that will sustain itself. So what I am going to do is I think I'm going to close out this long, and we are going to so we'll take that $50 or $58 that we have and put that into the short. So we'll have 100. What is that? So we'll have $120 ish to put into the short and run it that way. So we'll have a bigger amount of money and a bigger amount of profit that way. So with that being said, I am going to close out our long. Okay, we're going to cancel and sell at the market price. One of the things that I noticed, and something to point out, KuCoin's API, this has nothing to do with Bitsgap at all. It has to do with KuCoin's API. And what I noticed is that sometimes KuCoin's API doesn't actually go back through and finish the transaction when you sell. So one of the things, okay, so the bot is canceled, and we should get those sells at the market. So, but that's what I wanted to talk about. So one of the things that I noticed is that sometimes KuCoin doesn't actually release those funds. So when you actually do close out a bot, you want to go back in and you want to make sure that all of that that transaction is fully closed. So interesting, I just went through. That was our BTC3L, right? Yeah. So okay. So here's a good example. On this screen here, I pulled it up so that I can check it. It did leave a little bit of it, not enough to care about, but just to point out, it's dust, right? It left $1.16 of that token in there, but I can still go through and sell 100%. Sell BTC3L. Enter a valid amount. Okay, so that just must be dust because it doesn't even actually allow me to sell it. Oh, never mind. Market 100% sell. Okay, there you go. So it was only $1, but still, that's USDT that we're able to use. So always make sure that after you close out your bots on KuCoin, only KuCoin is the only place that I've seen this. When you close them out, just make sure that the full amount is actually sold off at market value. Okay, so the other thing that we're going to have to do, obviously we can't add to the BTC3S, so we're going to have to close it out. Now, yeah, so what we're going to do, we can actually just cancel all open orders now. We're going to close it. So cancel and sell. We're going to leave our Ethereum 3S is doing well, $9, and FTM 3S has done extremely well for us at $24, so really good there. Luna is actually, look at that, so our Luna BTC, because Luna is pumping. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It is definitely pumping. Okay, so that was BTC 3S. Okay, so on this one it left 22 cents. We don't even care about that. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and start up our, okay, actually, and before I do that, I am going to close out. So this Yushi, I don't want to trade, but I did want to show you guys, this is actually worth looking at. So in USDT, we're down $9. However, by trading this, we did go up in our Yushi. So if we were looking to continue to acquire more and more Yushi, we did good on this bot. So overall, not a bad thing. I'll probably leave Floki just because, but I am going to cancel out this Yushi. I'm tired of it, and it's out of funds anyway. So we'll close that out and leave ourselves some room to open another pair at another time. So I'm not going to close out or sell it. I'm just going to cancel all the open orders. Okay, done. Good enough. Okay, and in the meantime, let's go here. So I think I'm going to go back to the S-Bot instead of Classic because I don't know that. So moderate risk, let's try it. We're going to do it. We're going to stick with that. We're going to go to KuCoin, and we're going to go to BTC 3S, down 30%. Do $100. What was that? It was 120 actually is what it ended up being that we had. Trailing up. We'll back test, and then I might change. We'll decide between Classic and S-Bot together here. All right, so let's back test it. Okay, so at 100, that's 180 grids. So one of the things that I have thought about is because BTC is volatile, but a 1% or 2% move is a big deal in BTC. You want more grids, but this grid step is too small. We'll end up with a ton of transactions that just eat at your profits. But you do want to go a little bit more than the 20 to 50 like we normally do on a regular pair, just because it is Bitcoin. So that's a 0.5% at 100. And let's see if we backtest that, what we come up with. It's a 38%. So our trading fee is 0.1%. So that would be 0.58. Let's try 80. %, in 30 days, and obviously it would be much higher if that's the case from it going actually lower. So let's see our low prices here. I think we're going to give it a shot, and then we'll give it a shot on the Classic bot so we continue our same experiment. We will trail up. There's no need to take profit or stop loss here. Again, if this is your first time here, the reason that we don't use a take profit or stop loss is just because this is a daily follow along, but it is something for you guys to look individually at your own risk and your risk threshold and decide whether you should use a take profit or a stop loss. The take profit is essentially it'll close out when it reaches a profit percentage. We're not doing that because this is a follow along and we're going to follow it along every day for 30 days. So there's not really a need to close it out at a specific time. And a stop loss for the same exact reason. We're doing this with $120. So worst case scenario, it's not a huge thing. We're doing that so that we're showing a low barrier to entry that anybody can do this. And the stop loss isn't necessary again just because we're watching this on a daily level and making videos about it. So it's not like we're expecting something crazy to happen where we need to have that stop loss. But that's just for this scenario specifically. You know, for yourselves, you might want to do something a little bit different. Okay, so I think that looks good. Let's back test it one more time. This is going to go down still. So, okay, yeah, so 40.86% is what they say in 30 days. Now, I will say this before I start this off because everybody makes mistakes. I think that Bitcoin is going to come back down, and so this is probably going to look terrible for a little bit while it's running up the way it is right now. But I do think that overall we're going to do well with it. I mean, we'll leave it for the 30 days and find out, right? So, okay, we'll hit preview. Classic bot KuCoin, 80 levels. It's 0.73% each step of the way. Okay, and it's fixed, so confirm. Needs to buy that BTC3S. We're going to say yes. The market order is placed, the market order is filled, and the bot has started, so let's watch it fill. So you should start to see our orders pop in here. Okay. Still a few more white spots there. Once you see them fully turn, there you go. Boom. Okay, the bot has started. All right, so yeah, like I said, I do think that this is going to, we started out with 120 bucks. We're at 120.48. I think that it's going to get rejected and come back down. I could be completely wrong. This is a 30-day test, and that's what this is for, so that we can learn together here. And so if you have any feedback, anything that you think that you would do differently, I'd love to hear about that in the comments. Let me know. But otherwise, I think that's going to be it for today. I think that we have made some good progress here, and let's see what happens. But that's going to be it. So if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. If not, thank you for every minute that you guys have watched. Please leave any feedback, questions, comments, concerns in the comments below. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.